Alright, greetings everyone. Welcome to my channel, is it? We're gonna have a little discussion because we have a little video go around. Well, not a video, but a story go around in the media. So may I say about a little incident to take place with a young girl where she was attacked by 6 grown women, is it? Which sparked the attention of a lot of people. Because, you know what I mean, that is a serious thing because the girl is now battling for her life, right? So before we go into the video, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Kaylan Dowdie. So what I say? Yeah man, ISUPK Kaylan Dowdie. You know what I mean? And what I go do now, I go just break down the story, you know what I mean? Try getting feedback on the occurrence, like what happened, and you know what I mean, get an opinion on the matter, you see it? Alright, I'm going to play a little video. This is the girl in the hospital right now, you see me? So I'm going to play a video. Play the video, you show her this state where she's in right now.
Come on, open them eyes, man. Come in, man.
You can hear the sound.
Why you squeeze the arm? I know why you squeeze. I know why you squeeze. Come on, open up your eye. Open up your eye. Open them. Open. Open those eyes. Get open your eyes. Come on, open them eyes, man. Come in, man. Why you squeeze the arm? I know why you squeeze.
Chicago's own King Von was gunned down in Atlanta, Georgia, just a week after his Welcome to O Block album dropped. He was actually celebrating the project in Atlanta. He was leaving the lounge.
Alright, remember know if on the ear we go on a while ago, you see it wasn't a long video, you see me? It was just about 44 seconds. You know what I mean? You can just throw it in the comment section, go on the ear, and you know what I mean? Because I think it was the mother who was speaking to her. She was, you know what I mean, she was in and out of consciousness, and the mother was trying to let her know that she was there, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, that's the state that she's in right now, you see me? Alright, so I'm gonna read to you the Observer article, you know what I mean, Slack here, the Star article. I will tell you what go on right now, you see me? It's a girl beaten to brink of death. You know what I mean? That means that them basically beat her to death. You know what I mean? She a buckle for her life right now. She in a coma. You know what I mean? It goes on to say there are only smiling faces when Kaylan Dowdie is around. 17-year-old past student of Papine High School. So she went to Papine High School, you see me? Is described as the comedian of her household. So, you know what I mean? It's a jovial little girl, is it? Yeah man, good looking too. You know what I mean? So it was no surprise when she told her mother that she wanted a career in acting. You know what I mean? So she do some dramas and things like she, you know what I mean? She had that personality. You know what I mean? Little girl growing up. You know what I mean? Other aspirations. Unfortunately, the teen loved ones may never get a chance to hear her contagious laughter again, as she is currently on life support at the University Hospital of the West Indies. I mean, that UHWI. After she was beaten by a group of women last Saturday. So last week this happening, but it just made the rounds, isn't it? It just come to the forefront. You know what I mean? Saturday night along Barbican Road, so a Barbican this one, isn't it? Her mother, Veneisha Buckley, was in tears when the weekend star spoke with her yesterday. I am just coming from the hospital and the doctors are telling me that she is not going to make it. Hold on a second. is 1% chance them give me baby to live. Just 1%. The 1% is just because her eyes are open. You know what I mean? If you know anything about coma, you see it, your eyes may be open, but you know what I mean? It means that you're conscious or not. You see it? You can brain dead and your eye them open same way. Enough people dead and them eye open, you see me? Yeah, man. My baby cannot breathe on her own. That means that she's on ventilator. You know what I mean? She's on a ventilator right now, which, you know what I mean, corona patients would have want a ventilator there right now. You see? It's that bad. The doctors say they can't take her off the machine. They beat my baby and gave her 1% a shot at life. The distraught mother said. Buckley said she was told that the fight started at a party that her daughter was attending on Bowsy Lane. Right? I was told that a girl also Slakia asked her why she was looking at her, and my daughter responded by asking her what she take to see her. I heard that the girl began to flare up and an argument ensued. Based on what I heard, the girl or my daughter, Slakia, girl or my daughter did not know each other. Girl hit her, and while the fight started, another woman came up and hit her with a Hennessy buckle. So the little girl with a Hennessy buckle, you see me? In her head, knock her out, you see it? Because you don't know Hennessy buckle tough, you know, so you get a lick out of that, you know, grung you go in, you see me? Yeah, man. And hit her in the head. All of them, about 6 of them turned on my daughter and beat her, she said. Buckley said the woman continued to beat Kaylan. The girl name was Kaylan, even when she fell to the ground, and also stabbed her in the neck, so she get a stab to the neck too. You know what I mean? So she lose blood. You know what I mean? While this was happening, everyone at the party was just standing and enjoying the show. Alright, and this is a problem we have with each other right now, you see? People see each other in despair, needing help, and before them give some sort of assistance, them stand up with them phone and record and a watch. You know what I mean? That is not good. Because you might find yourself in a position where you might need some help and what. People are going to do the same thing, and you're going to just pass away, you know what I mean, without help. And we need to cut that shit out, man, you see? Alright, what me there? Yeah. One of her friends was running up and down trying to get help, but she was laying on the ground for over an hour as persons were pronouncing her dead. So, them over her say she dead. You see? Buckley said she had just come home from work when she got the spine-chilling news and instantly went to the hospital where she saw Kaylan unconscious. These females are heartless, evil and wicked. They are monsters. They are very evil. For jumping my child. I can't wish anything good for them and all who stand around and watch the attack. I can't hide my feelings or conscience, she said. You know what I mean? So this is the mother now. She basically I tell you what she feel. You see? If you know say you are daughter, they get jumped, I get beaten. You know what I mean? To the point, to the brink of death. And nobody even part, because you don't know man they are the party too, you know. You know what I mean? A man stronger than female, you know, so some of the man them could at least hold off but the female them and say, yo, easy, take it easy upon her, you see? Yeah, man. I don't know that a simple thing that. So, right there you can see say, brotherhood and sisterhood not really dead because you see if we have brotherhood and sisterhood, you know what I mean? The first thing that come to your mind is, yo, we not beat the girl to the point of death. Come on far now and win. You know what I mean? Put them aside and a female them. You know what I mean? 5 man can apprehend them or 6 man apprehend them and put them one side and part it off and say, you're done. You know what I mean? Because watch you now. You want to keep on dancing in the virus thing. Yeah? And you know what I mean? It's not a good look, you know, because yo, you know, you have spread the contagion of the virus, you know, is it? Alright, so So suppose you have prayed pan a level where you want to enjoyment. This no make it better for you, because this only gonna look like say yo. Una when dance keep a those problem on top of problem, not only corona, but una go cause each other for dead. You see what me I say? So because a lack of brotherhood now, no dance now go keep. No dance can't keep you now, no. And you can't wrong the people them in authority if you say yo dance have to cut you now. You can't wrong them because look what we make happen at the dance. It come like a sign, you see it? Yeah man, cause you see it, the little girl nearly dead. And the thing is she's a stranger in the place. So alright, all this thing are gonna a female coming out on the place, right? And you don't even give her the welcome of knowing that is a stranger. And treat her like a stranger and treat her with hospitality. You know, gonna make people who live in the community gang her and kill her. That are not hospitality, man. That are not brotherhood and sisterhood, man. You now watch the girl who don't even know from Adams and get beaten by 6 grown women and want to know part it. You don't have to take some of the blame for this, man, is it? Yeah, man. Alright, so it goes on to say, while this was happening, everyone at the party was just standing and enjoying the show. So they might enjoy the fight. So when you got a party for enjoy on yourself, but it come like I know those music alone, you go for enjoy, you go for enjoy violence too. What kind of fuck with that? A foolishness that. You see what I say? So you don't realize that the violence cut on the enjoyment, or you consider enjoyment anything we entertaining to, you know, even somebody losing them life. No party now go keep, you know, and that deserving, you know, Bridget. That deserving, you know, make it bad for yourself because of your behavior. You see it? Alright, going on. No one came to her assistance. One of her friends was running up on her. Oh, we read that already. Buckley said she had just come home from work when she got this. Alright, we read that. Alright. Head of the St. Andrew North Police Division, Superintendent Aaron Fletcher said, investigations are currently being carried out. What I know is that there was a fight among a total of 5 females. Well, it looked like about 8 because our friend did unite according to what me hear from another story on social media. Though can't confirm that still. You know what I mean? But 8, 6 women and 2 girls. The 2 girls, them are the one we get jumped, and our friend, we are run up and down. We find help, you see? Alright. My information that this dispute start by the way of a quarrel over a male. So, you know what I mean? It always start that way, you know. Where them woman, if them just understand, say, yo, a man can't have more than one woman, you know. A man can't have more than one woman. You stop killing the one and over man. You know what I mean? The man I go still have more than one woman. So what the violence for? You just work it out, man. Just work it out, man. 1 hour ago. Work it out, man. These sisters. Because then idea, if you kill a one, then the man still have another woman. You not go stop. Because I'm right if you have more than one woman. So you have to just work with it. Like, you don't live long enough to know, say, yo, a man I go have more than one woman. Come on, man. From your go to school, you see that. The boy where you that crush upon. And the boy we have the whole of the girl in high school. So we wanna fight over, we wanna just work it out. Take turns, man. Work out the something, man. We never killing one of them. And this look bad pan uno. And a female do this, you know. Normally when you talk about violence and them thing there, you know. You talk about male and them love talk about man wicked and man this and rare. But now you have to say the woman them just as wicked. Because if we never talk about woman come together and rare, which is, you know what I mean, propaganda, and you know what I mean, look on the evil we want to do no one another too. We don't have no sisterhood. We don't need to cut this shit out and work it out and stop living on the feelings a certain way and hurt each other. You know what I mean? Because them 6 women they are got jail, you know. You know what I mean? And I'm sure know them have children to take care of, you know. You see, some of them don't live with no man neither, you know. So them people they have to go fend for themselves. Or now have the proper, you know what I mean, parenting, because if the man not done no they at the house, see, And now mama now over there at the house. All the picnic go work out. If we live with granny or auntie and most of the time, that no work out the right way. You see it? Alright. Continue reading. They were fighting over man essentially, and that would have resulted in 2 of them being injured and taken to the hospital. One was treated and released, and the other, who is the 17-year-old, is admitted in serious condition. He said. Fletcher said no permit was granted for the party. So, you know what I mean? You don't need to do the thing the right way neither. So me I said not even permit. So right now a man want to keep a little cake here. Sell some cake or a little fish fry. Now him can't go do it, you know, because here what go on. Uno, I watch the female them a fight and I kill them one another as entertainment. No, nobody can go make a little money. Because it could have worked out a way, you know, where the dancer keep and you just maintain a social distancing, you see it? And you maintain a certain number of patrons. You know, to crowd it up. No, nothing like that can go on. Everybody have to go to stay them yard broke and not no money. You see it? I wouldn't make it bad for yourself. In this regard, because we don't have no brotherhood and no sisterhood. You see it? Alright. Yeah man, Kayla Mitchell say me feel it for her. Yeah man, you have to feel it for her man, cause a young little girl man, you know what I mean? She look forward to her future, you know, you see? That she do, you know, she look forward to her future and she want become, what them say she want become again? Me no remember, but she have her future ahead of her, you see? So, you know what I mean? You have to feel it for her, she not really live no life yet. And as far as what me understand to, you know, friend she follow go to the party, you know. So, and the way me understand it is, but never play the video and Uno just tell me what you think. Give me a second.
On Barbican Road with some friends.
Want to tell me what you think?
Mainly a girl by the name of Tiffany. Now, Kaylan just left high school and started going back to pre-university at UHWI of the West Indies. You know that over your way. Kaylan is a very beautiful child. She's loving and kind. She's loved by all of her friends. Kaylan is a fighter, but she's not a troublemaker. If you attack her, she will defend herself, but she will not attack you. And, you know, they were at the party, and I have numerous reports from everybody that was there, and a lot of it is very, very heartbreaking.
Remember to like and subscribe.
The mothers on
like
my
the video
timeline
so can reach more people and subscribe.
Empathize at the moment because we are mothers and we all feel for each other and it has each other's children.
This story and other stories to come, is it?
The reports are that Kaylan's 2 friends made the report to the police.
From King Von Funeral will shock you. King Von was one of the fastest growing rappers to come out of Chicago since the rise of Chief Keef. Though the rapper was beloved all across the country for his unique storytelling, you won't believe the crazy footage that was caught on camera of the rapper's final moments. Before we jump into this video, be sure to comment keyword King for a chance at winning our giveaway and subscribe for more videos. When news of King Von's death first broke, it felt so surreal. Just days before the incident, the rapper had released his long-awaited debut album, Welcome to O Block. But as more details come pouring out from the investigation, we begin to feel just how real everything is. King Von was shot and killed in Atlanta, Georgia at around 3 a.m. on Friday the 7th outside of Monaco Hookah Lounge. a popular club in the city. When news of his death first broke, rumors instantly began spreading as to who was responsible for the young star's demise. Initially, off-duty APD officers were accused of shooting Vaughn in the confusion. The two officers were pulling an extra shift as security for the club when the incident occurred. Several eyewitnesses recalled the officers eventually confronting the group and exchanging gunfire. While that is all true, a nearby security cam was able to capture the scene and free police of suspicion immediately. In the video, we can clearly see what happened to the young rapper. Thanks to the video, we can see that as King Von and his group were leaving the club, they seemed to be involved in a verbal argument with another group. Things quickly escalated to a physical level, and at one point, Von seemed to be fighting two people at once. The fight didn't seem to last long, though, as bullets started flying almost immediately after the fighting began. When police first got a hold of the footage, they knew that this was the key to cracking King Von's case. The incident in Atlanta left many young men dead and several others wounded. Although the video provided the police with much evidence, it still took some time to figure out who shot whom. When all of the smoke cleared, the devastation was brought into a much clearer picture. Aside from King Von, reports indicate that his brother may have also been shot and killed as well. King Von's manager was also shot and barely survived, as his wounds were treated in the hospital. Thanks to his first-hand encounter of the fight, he was able to paint a clear picture of the events that led up to the death of Von. On the night of November 6th, just hours before his death, King Von and company were celebrating his debut album with a release party. After concluding the party, it seems they decided to move things along to the club for the after-party. Some believe that this may have been a setup of sorts, as the rapper seemed to be having no problems all night up until the end. Allegedly, rival gang member Quando Rondo was a part of the group that shot King Von, and suspicion was immediately thrown onto him. After some intense investigation, though, police were finally able to piece together the true turn of events that happened that night. Thanks to the surveillance footage, along with the help of several eyewitnesses, police were able to determine that the one responsible for the death of King Von was 22-year-old Timothy Leaks, a young man from Savannah, Georgia. Leaks graduated from Jenkins High School in 2016 and also played varsity football for the school. In August, the Savannah Police Department charged Leaks with attempt or conspiracy to violate Georgia Controlled Substance Act, theft by receiving stolen property, and obstruction after an investigation led to the seizure of guns, more than 15 pounds of marijuana, and nearly $16,000. He was one of 5 arrested in the investigation. At this point in time, it's unclear as to why Leaks and company opened fire on King Von and his friends. Despite the fact that King Von was involved in the incident and possibly even the instigator, given his nature, he was completely unarmed and seemed to have no intention of firing a gun during the altercation. Some say that this may have been more than just a deadly club brawl. In recent weeks, King Von had been involved in some pretty heated disputes with rappers like NBA Youngboy, FBG Duck, and Quando Rondo. With Duck already deceased and things heating up between Von and the others, some believed that Rondo may have orchestrated a hit in order to rid himself of the Chicago rapper for good. While that is a plausible theory, it wouldn't make too much sense for Rondo to contract a hit and then go participate in it, possibly incriminating himself in the process. With the arrest of Timothy Leaks, the Atlanta Police Department as well as the Georgia Bureau of Investigation have concluded that King Von's murder case is now closed. All that's left at this point is for the young man to go to trial and defend his name. Fans and celebrities mourned King Von's death on social media after hearing the news of his passing. NBA star LeBron James sent his prayers to King Von's family, while fellow Chicago artist Chance the Rapper also blessed the deceased rapper and his family. His label, Empire, issued a statement mourning the rapper. He was a loving father, dedicated member of his community, and an amazing talent that just started to scratch the surface of his boundless potential, the statement said. Von overcame incredibly challenging circumstances as a young man, but never lost sight of what it meant to give back and uplift his community. King Von was a beloved son of Chicago, and his memory will not fade as his family plans the young rapper's memorial, which will likely be in his hometown. Whatever the case may be, may he rest in peace. Thanks for watching Lime Report. Don't forget to comment keyword King for a chance at winning our giveaway, and subscribe for more videos.
Eyewitnesses said she stomped her. Tiffany gave the report. Sharma gave the report to the police that they stomped my child. The police is looking for them. And every time the police go, they hide.
You know, man, I'm not taking the rights for that video.
She's on life
support. So big up Unstoppable TV, you know what I mean?
On her own. Kaylan is not responding. The doctors are saying that she has a spinal injury. Kaylan's left arm is broken. She has a stab to the neck. Kaylan had to do a surgery early Sunday morning. 4 hours Kaylan was in surgery Sunday morning. When I got to the hospital, the doctor said she stopped breathing for 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I want you all to try and hold your breath for even 1 minute.
I didn't know who Tuka was, and King Von was talking crazy. This nigga said, when I die, find Tuka ass and I'ma beat him up. So I googled him. Tuka was a 15-year-old kid who got shot at a bus stop, and he's been dead for 9 years. We gonna get more into that story later, but it really got me thinking.
Man,
what did he do to make them niggas that bad?
To fully understand the story, you gotta understand what type of environment these niggas are living in. In Chicago, 80% of the murders go unresolved. The type of shit these niggas on, you would think they in Afghanistan, but they in Chicago. And this story takes place down by 64th and Martin Luther King Drive, better known as O Block, the most dangerous street in Chicago and one of the most dangerous streets in America. It's 2 main sets there, GDs, Gangster Disciples, and BDs, Black Disciples, and they've been raised ever since they were young to hate each other.
And she should have dead.
Shoot him this head.
You don't know her.
Niggas like Lil Reese, Chief Keef, 600 Breezy, Lil Durk, and King Von are all BDs, and they had crazy success, while their ops really had no big rappers. So when niggas out there talking crazy about GDs in their rap, there's no one that can say shit. And Chief Keef was the first one to do it and get crazy popular. We all know who Chief Keef is. Even if we haven't heard a song, we all heard the name. He got crazy popular during the Chicago drill wave in the 2010s and was dissing his ops like crazy. First time he dissed Tuka was in the song 300, and then the disses just started flowing in from there. Chief Keef kept dropping hits, and in these hits he would drop disses. He even put out a full Tuka diss track. Keep in mind that the nigga was 15 when he died, and the song was released 5 years afterwards. These Chicago niggas are a different breed. They always talking about smoking op pack.
New op pack in the air, this gas what? He'll still be alive right now if you niggas ain't gas him up.
But the craziest thing is, smoking Tuka didn't even start out as a diss. Before Tupac died, he said he wanted his ashes smoked, and his men did it.
That after Tupac died, the outlaw smoked his ashes. Is that true?
Don't know these people.
Yeah, it's definitely true.
So the GDs started saying it about Tuka as a sign of respect, but then the BDs would mock them, and Chief Keef made it go crazy by putting it on all of his songs. He was always dissing his ops, and Lil Durk was doing it a little too. Like when he went to Tuka bus stop and said this.
Hey, this bus stop right here though, this is a real famous place, yeah? This is a real famous place, baby. Hey, this bus stop, this is a real famous place, baby. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But Chief Keef and Lil Durk later inspired niggas like King Von, who took it to the next level, was doing the smartest, most disrespectful thing, just turning them niggas into a meme. King Von will always talk about 63rd, which is partly the reason why he got so successful. King Von said,
"Boy, we put in work from 64 and from 65th, not from 63rd."
If you're enjoying the video so far, leave a like. But something else that's kind of crazy is that those streets are literally 2 minutes away from each other. I thought that shit was on the other side of the city. These niggas grew up hating each other and living 2 minutes away. But King Von and Chief Keef got so popular that they have millions of people dissing Tuka and 63rd who don't even know what that is. But it wasn't just that. They also had other celebrities doing it, like Young M.A.
I smoke hookah like it's Tuka blowing jet clouds.
And Ellie Chopper. Mr. 3K, Quando Rondo.
I'm saying though, they got 63rd niggas some dirty ass niggas, man.
And way more rappers I'm not trying to squeeze in this video. All these rappers, except Quando, probably don't even know what it means. And Tuka's men were on these niggas' asses, saying that something would happen to them if they ever came to Chicago. And Young M.A. even apologized.
I send my apologies to Tuka. I never knew who Tuka was. I'm gonna say it again. I don't know who Tuka is. Never knew who he was. Just finding this out the other day. My apologies. My meaning on it was some loud smoke.
But this is another reason why Tuka's name was so viral. His name is just so perfect for dissing. No disrespect, but it's so catchy, it's one syllable, and it sounds like a strain. Nobody's gonna go around saying they smoking on Dave Von, Daquan, Bennett Pack, but Tuka Pack. And now that we know all this information, let's get into what actually happened to Tuka.
It's not that the
Tuka was clapped in retaliation for a person named Todd. Todd was a BD who allegedly tried to violate one of his ops. And when he died, Tuka's brother, C-Balls, who's currently locked up for aggravated battery with a firearm, was alleged to be the shooter. And Tuka was, depending on which version of the story you want to go with, clowning Todd on social media. So when Tuka was waiting at the bus stop, some niggas made a U-turn and hopped out the car. They asked him what time the next bus was coming, so he let his guard down and then fired shots. And rapper 600 Breezy even claims this happened.
It really started with the nigga Tuka, like that. When you had Keith and everybody Tuka. He literally was smoking when he got shot. Right. Shot so many times, his body was smoking.
So that's where that came from, exactly.
Tuka was beloved, and after this, they even renamed their set from St. Lawrence Boys to Tukaville. And something that people may not know is Lil Mark was actually Tuka's brother. He dropped one of the most disrespectful diss songs in drill history and was famously clapped 3 days later at another bus stop. Chicago went crazy place.
You know what I mean? No, this is just me talking, you know. Me not confirm it and said it, but this is based off what we see from the story. And we know many scenarios where these things do happen. Where you jump in to help your friend and then your friend. So, because you're probably the bad one, she can go with her friend, to her friend, not off and she but if our friend with these young ladies or young women, is it? Big woman them still in about.
What down, fam? This your boy SNTV, man, back at y'all with another Chirac Street Legend. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Shondell Tuka Gregory. Now, I'm pretty sure most of y'all tuning in know, pretty much know about the story of Tuka and, how he was killed on a bus stop. And, it's a lot of different rumors about who did it or whatever. But one thing that stands out about Tuka is that his name is very, very famous. And it's actually famous for being dissed. And people always ask me, why do you think, Tuka is the most dissed? Why do you think he's the most dissed? I think that Tuka is the most dissed because of the simple fact, at the time, Chief Keef, Chief Keef was into it with, with that Tukaville area. So at the time, Chief Keef was dissing Tuka a whole lot. And we all know Chief Keef blew up or whatever. So after Chief Keef blew up, people would hear him say shit like, smoking on Tuka. And then like a lot of his other guys, smoking on Tuka. That's one of their favorite phrases, they're smoking on Tuka. Which actually the whole smoking eye packs and the smoking on Tuka shit actually started with FBG. If you go back and watch the interview that Zach did over there in Tukaville, then you'll come to find out that Tukaville actually started saying that they were smoking on Tuka, out of love and respect, like trying to, show love and respect to Tuka, not in a bad way.